have with me here today Steve Olson, a board member of ClaimsXchange. How are you, Steve?
Hi, Sydney. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Um, Everybody wants to know about you because they just do, because you're kind of awesome. I've known you for a really long time. So I'm going to ask you lots of questions and hopefully I get to learn something new also, okay?
Okay.
First of all, can you tell everybody what it is that you do and who you do that for?
I'm an attorney with Engles, Ketcham, Olson, and Keith, which is a law firm covering Nebraska and Iowa. I handle general liability cases, specializing in product liability, construction defect, construction liability, transportation type claims. We also handle all lines of general liability as well as a significant amount of workers' compensation.
Oh, so you're really full service there. Is the
We are.
Olson and Engles, Ketchum, Olson and Keith you, or is that your dad, or is it your son? Who is that?
That is me, and we formed our firm in 2000 with Bert Engles, Dan Ketchum, and Rob Keith, and that's why it's Engles, Ketchum, Olson, Keith.
Now,
Otherwise,
did you go to did you grow up in Nebraska? Did you end up in Nebraska? What's that story?
I did. I was born in Lincoln, Nebraska, when my dad was in law school, and then I moved up here when my dad started practicing law. Graduated from high school here in Omaha, then moved back down to Lincoln, went to undergrad and to law school there. Came back to Omaha after graduation, and been here ever since.
Now, what did you graduate college with? What was your major there?
So I had a major in economics. I had minors in English, speech, and Portuguese.
Portuguese?
Yes,
Are there a lot of
very
people?
tons of Portuguese here in Nebraska.
I was saying, there are a lot of people that speak Portuguese in Nebraska. Are you still fluent like you were when you took it as a minor?
I cannot speak a word of it. I might be able to read a little bit of it, but other than that, no, it's pretty much useless to me. But I needed a language when I was in school, and it was the easiest way to get the language
Well,
credits.
I think that's I actually respect that a lot. Just find the best way to get something done and get it done. I love that.
Mhm.
Is that a Harley Davidson sign and some motorcycle helmets I see up in the up on a shelf up there in your home office?
It is. I've been working from home since March 7th, and so this is my new office.
So
And
do you ride?
I do ride. I've got a couple of motorcycles and been riding since about well, as a kid, but been riding since 1997 anyway. And I've been going to Sturgis since 1997.
I just read recently that they're not canceling Sturgis, just still planning on moving forward with that. Is that something that you're going to do?
Absolutely, I've done it for 22 years in a row.
Okay, so for those of us that don't know completely, but all I know about Sturgis is what happens at Sturgis stays at Sturgis, like because it's yes, Sturgis. But what is it exactly? Can you tell me?
It's 500,000 of your closest friends dropping in on a town of about 15,000 people and hanging out for a week and just enjoying it's beautiful rides up there. The people are very nice. It's as wild as you want it to be, or it's as quiet as you want it to be.
Oh, and how many people like participate in Sturgis? Is there an idea?
The largest I've heard of is like 1.2 million a couple of years ago, and the smallest is probably 5 to 600,000.
So if there's only 15,000 people there, where do you stay for a week?
There's hotels, there's campgrounds, there's people rent out their yards, their driveways, their garages. It's just people everywhere. It's a big, huge party.
Do you know, I've never asked you this. How did that start? Do you even know how that started? Like why Sturgis and why that particular area?
This year's the 80th anniversary, so 80 years ago, a group of people got together and thought it'd be a great idea to have a motorcycle party, and it's been going ever since. It
That is
actually started,
fantastic.
it actually started. They did dirt track racing and a hill climb with motorcycles. It started back 80 years ago for that, and it's just evolved into a big party.
Oh my gosh. So, and you've been doing it for how long?
I started going. First year was 1998.
Wow, 22 years.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I had to do the math really quick. I had like 22. Yeah, 22. I was only a math teacher, so what do I know with that addition and subtraction? So what
I'm,
else? What?
no, I was just going to say. I said most of the people that are up there. It's a lot of doctors and lawyers and engineers and And I've met insurance people up there. I've met all kinds of people up there. It's just fun. So,
so I have a question for you.
sure.
When I started ClaimsXchange, I reached
Hmm.
out to you to be a board member pretty much right away because I knew I've known you for so long, and you've always been super supportive of me in anything that I do. Um, but what was it that made you take the leap of faith and say, yes, I'm absolutely wanting to be on the board and be that involved in ClaimsXchange? What was it? Do you remember?
When you and I first met was probably what, 12 years ago, something like that,
Like
maybe.
that.
And back then, the problem is so many of the claims associations and organizations in our industry have gotten to be so large and so big that they're unmanageable and they're just really not usable, I don't think, for the lawyers. And it's hard for us to meet people that matter. It's hard for us to make friends with people in the industry from around the country and so forth. And what I liked about ClaimsXchange is that it's small, it's new. I think it's going to be very devoted to creating our relationships amongst ourselves. And I think that and the other thing is, frankly, I just have faith in you. You've done, you do such a great job. You've always done a great job at putting these type of events together that, I'll follow you wherever you go.
Oh my, okay, now I'm gonna cry. So with that, thank you. I want you to know that I do appreciate you. I adore you. I'm so happy you're part of this because everyone that comes to the board brings something, and it would not be complete without you and your background and your knowledge. I'm sorry that we're not there this next couple of weeks in Omaha for the transportation conference. That makes me incredibly sad because of the College World Series getting canceled, and but know that that I will be in Omaha soon enough, and we'll have our fun times at the Wicked Rabbit and other wonderful locations there. But
Absolutely.
you're a staple in my world, and I'm so glad that you're part of ClaimsXchange, and I appreciate everything that you do for the organization as well as for me. So I wanted you to know that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We're looking forward to having you back here. Omaha College World Series transportation meeting. It's a small meeting. If you haven't been to the College World Series before, it's a lot of fun to go to, as Sydney can attest. And we've got some Omaha surprises, people.
Whenever I've said that I'm going, people are like, okay, unless you're going to go visit Warren Buffett, why are you going? And I'm like, because it truly is a little hidden gem. It's a lot of fun, and what happens in Omaha stays in Omaha, which makes it even better.
Absolutely.
But no, it's definitely someplace that we need to get back to as soon as we're able to. And I know that you make a wonderful host because you've hosted me and my friends there plenty of times before. So I do appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you do for us. And I appreciate your time today. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk soon.
Good to talk to everybody. See ya.